Hello, everybody. It's CraftyRia, and welcome to Monday Night Live. I hope you are all having a wonderful Monday. Today is Monday, October 30th, and I hope you're having a great day. Also, let me know if you have any Halloween plans. Let me know how the weather is by you. Of course, we're going to be playing Mad Libs. Let me move something real quick just to see. Okay. All right, there we go. And today we will be playing some Mad Libs. I just wanted my other screen up. There we go. Hang on, I'm moving stuff around on my end. All right, today's Monday, and we will be playing Mad Libs. And if you haven't played Mad Libs here before, we usually have a volunteer. And if you're here and would like to volunteer, just type in volunteer in the chat. What I do is I ask for parts of speech that would go in the story, and then everyone puts them in the chat, and the volunteer is the one who will pick the word, and I'll put it in the story. So if you would like to volunteer, please do type that in the chat. And we have so far welcome in Susan and Jean and Agnes and Destilu and Barb and Michelle M. Welcome in. I am glad you are here. If I did not mention your name and you're here, hello to you. I see Carla just came in. Hello, Carla. And I just want to give a shout out to Agnes, one of my awesome channel members. Thank you for being here and helping to support my channel. All right. So we do still need a volunteer. If anyone would like to do that, please do type that in the chat. And everyone can participate in putting words in the chat. The volunteer is just the one to pick the one that'll actually go in the story out of what everyone else puts in. I don't really have a lot of mail, but I have to tell you where I've been. I wasn't here last week. And Todd and I went on a cruise with 19 family members. And we went to Puerto Rico, Amber Cove, the Dominican Republic, and Grand Turk. It was a great time. I enjoyed spending it with family. And today it is cold and rainy here as well. 48, I think it was. And cloudy and dreary and rainy and yucky. I don't like it very much. All right. I do have something that I did get in the mail. Actually, first, let's start. I'll go ahead and do a word, and I'll try my best to keep up with chat and pick one without a volunteer. The first word we need is an adjective, and we do need two adjectives. So, if you want to put your adjectives in the chat, you could put two or more, doesn't matter. And then if someone wants to volunteer, just type in the word volunteer, and I would really appreciate that. So I did get something in the mail. It is kind of fun. I'll give you a little backstory. Many of you know I watch live musicians on Twitch, and I was watching a musician named Matt, and he is in Melbourne, Australia. He's a guitar player and a singer, excellent musician. I'll try to remember to come back and put his Twitch account in the comments below after the show. Anyway, he was doing a giveaway of some Twitch items, branded. He had some socks, a koala bear, which that's what I really wanted to win. Socks, a koala bear, and a couple other things. A little phone charger thing. I don't remember. A couple things, but I really wanted the koala bear. Well, anyway, we played this game called Marbles, and it is where You just randomly are a marble on this track, and whoever wins, wins. So, he gave away the socks and the koala bear, and I didn't win in any of those. Well, the grand prize came up, and it was for a Stream Deck Mini. And guess who won the Stream Deck Mini? Me. I won the grand prize, and this is what it is. And it is for streaming, and you can make, like, this one has 6 buttons. You can make hot buttons on there where you just have to press the button and it'll do something in the chat for me. So I don't have to like go try to type it in or whatever. And so anyway, shout out to Matt. Like I said, I will put his information in the top comment below if you like awesome music. He is quite awesome, and he shipped this to me from Melbourne, and it did get here while I was gone, and I'm happy to have it now. Of course, I have not even opened the box yet. I have to figure out how to use it. I have no idea, so I will put that aside. Destaloo, thank you so much for volunteering. I appreciate you so much. So what we're looking for the first word is an adjective, and we need 2 adjectives to put in the chat. So, and then we'll put those as the first word. While we were on the cruise, they had an arts and crafts activity. And I went to it just to see what they had. I don't know if you remember, for my Australia cruise, I made a Christmas ornament. Well, they were very generous, and they let me pick one of each of the kits. They were doing these kits, and what they do is they make a keychain out of felt and stitching. So on the cruise, I made the first one, and then I saved the other ones because I thought it would be fun to do those together. This is the first one, and it came out quite cute. You've got a couple pieces. It comes with stuffing, and it comes with the floss, and you can make the thing. It did not have a pair of scissors. It had this little let me see if I can find it. I bet mine got lost out of here because we had a bunch of us working at the same table. It had a cute little needle threader, and you can, cut the floss with that. It was not easy to do, but it came with 2 little tapestry needles, and then I still have all of this leftover floss. So they have I don't know what that is, a mummy, I guess, monster, and a bat. And the same one. I have an idea for this one, though. I want to use it maybe as a pattern for our next thing. So let's see what we have to do. Oh, this one has, oh no, I thought it had something else in it. We have some black floss. They also come with this keychain. I thought I would use them just as Christmas tree ornaments rather than as a keychain. Michelle, no, I have not been to the post office this week, so I did not check it because we had a crazy weekend and got in late. So I will check the post office before my next show, and it'll just be late. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been a hectic weekend. Like I said, we got in super late. So let's see what we have to do for this guy. And I will try to put him together. I just want to give you a reminder. YouTube also gave me a reminder for lives now. They are automatically putting ads in. So I have my window pulled up. I think I can see when I have an ad out there. But they're going to automatically play ads throughout the video, and there's nothing, I can't stop it, unfortunately. So, oh, this one doesn't look too hard, actually. So we have the back piece, and it already has the holes pre-poked, and then we have the front with holes pre-poked. So it's super easy. And let's see. Hello, Angela. I'm glad you made it in. And Christine, you snuck in when I wasn't looking. I think I said hi to Barb already. If I didn't, hello, Barb. And I hope you are doing well, Angela and Michelle. And Christine, she is an awesome channel member. Thank you for helping to support my channel. And she is one of my awesome moderators. Thank you. I do appreciate you. All right. And today we have Destilu is our volunteer. So Destilu, if... Oh, maybe let's give it another couple seconds. I only see some adjectives. Everybody put at least 2 adjectives in the chat. That way Desta has something to pick from. This is the neat needle threader that they come with. And let's see, let's take a needle out. I don't normally sew on my show. It's new today. But it's not just card making Ria, it's CraftyRia. So I have, oh, there must be 2 sets here. That's okay, I'll take the extra stuff. All right. So there's 2 buttons, there's a white one and a black one. Let's see. And some embroidery floss. I'll cut a length of it. And I have this little needle threader that you put through the eye of the needle like that. And then the floss goes in that little hook there. Like that, and then you just pull it through. I've not seen a needle threader quite like that before. I've seen other ones. Welcome in, Joan. And Joan is up in Canada where it's probably freezing cold and you are already having snow. I know, I'm not ready for white either. All right, yes, Michelle, you craft along. I haven't thought about Veterans Day cards. Well, there's always next week for that. I have some patriotic paper that might work for Veterans Day cards. All right, so I don't do anything fancy for a knot. I just tied 2 little knots together. It's going to be hidden on the inside. So this is a zombie. Okay, I called it a mummy. It is a zombie. So you stitch on the felt pieces here. I don't really pay attention to instructions. I just try to do the best I can. So we have these, I can see the round eye parts where you would stitch these on. And that's what you do. To begin, thread your needle, align the holes of the 2 pieces of felt before you begin to ensure all pieces are facing the correct way, and then add your stitches. Okay. I can see holes all through that one. So let's do it. And it looks like they're just doing just a regular, I don't know what you call that stitch. They call it, I don't know, that's what they do. I just make it up as I go. All right, and then, okay, let's see. Desta, if you could pick me one of those adjectives, that would be awesome and wonderful. So I'm just kind of going like backwards. like this. To go around the hole. And it doesn't really matter how the back looks because I'm going to try to do 2 holes at once. I'm going to get fancy because the back isn't going to show. It might take me longer to try to be fancy than it would to just be neat. So there we go. And let me know if you guys do anything for Halloween. We don't have any plans. As a matter of fact, I have a guitar lesson at 8:15 on Halloween. I wonder if my guitar teacher is going to dress up. I have a shirt. It is 2 bees, like, bumblebees, with ghost costumes, and it says Boo Bees. So I think I'm going to wear that for my guitar lesson. And the cruise was Halloween themed, so I did wear that one day. And I also wore this is my human costume. I am really a peacock shirt. So that is my extent for Halloween. So Angela, you know my guitar teacher. Do you think he will dress up on Halloween for his lesson? It sounds like something he would do. You're right, it does. He probably would. I asked him if he was going to, and I never did get an answer. I said I was asking for a friend. We'll see. He's doing a Halloween stream tonight. Oh, Desta. 400 trick-or-treaters last Saturday, and I see you put words in there. I'm sorry. I was watching my stitching and not the words. We have the first 2 words, saucy and brisk. All right. So let's see adjectives. Saucy and brisk. Okay, the next word we need is a person in the room, a male. So one of your husbands, or if there's any men in the room, now's your time to say hi. You could be famous. You could be YouTube famous, Mad Lib famous. I'm just going to keep my thread on the back and just run it over. Like I said, the back of this is not going to show because it'll be stuffed. And then I'm just doing like a back stitch. I guess I would call this a back stitch. I don't know. I don't know what it really is called. Jonah, he is human to us. He is. We picked him up at the vet today. We always board him at the vet. They love him. And he didn't want to get in the car at the vet. I think he wanted to stay there. He loves it there so much. And then, let's see, he came home and drank a lot of water the minute he came in the door, and then he went to sleep because it's exhausting for him. He got a bath and got groomed today. So Jonah, he's human to us. He bosses us around. Let's see what else happened. On the cruise, we got, they had some great entertainment. You know how they have the entertainers, if you've ever been on a cruise, like playing at the different bars or the different, places. They had 2 different solo guitar players that were amazing. Igor, he's from Egypt, and Travis was the other one. Igor played kind of like acoustic guitar sounds, and Travis kind of was more electric rockin' kind of stuff. And then there was this other band called Washboard Joe in the Jazz Lounge. This was the Carnival Mardi Gras, so they had the like the French Quarter and stuff like that. So there was the Golden Magnolia, I think it was called, and it was a jazz kind of thing. And they played some jazzy sounds, some blues, some rock. They were amazing. But the guitarist, Igor, I was asking him about his guitar because he has two guitars like I really want. He sat down with us and he gave me one of his picks. He talked with us for a long time. It was quite nice. All right, so then this goes on and they show the stitching like crossing over the eyeball like that. So let me see if I could figure that out. Meanwhile, put your man in the room in the chat. Let's see. I will start with this. These crafts were meant for children. I don't think they're really children's crafts. I think they're way too hard for little kids to do. I guess it depends on the age. All right, so I'm going to do this eyeball. And then I will just bring this up if I can. It is easier said than done. All right, let me go through the back part first. All right, continue to put the man in the room. Todd. Todd could be YouTube famous. That was harder than it had to be. Your man in the room is in the basement watching football. All right, and then I'm going to go through another hole here. There we go. And go down through there. I think that'll work. All right, and then through there. I hope this works out okay. Yeah, that's working. I got half his eyeball done there. And, all right. Desta, can you pick me one of the male names? And I will put it in the story. Angela took Ivy downtown to get her nails clipped. What an experience. I see now why the vet's office said she may need mildly sedated. Oscar, our German Shepherd, hated to have his feet touched. And he would get quite angry when they would do his nails. So to tie this off, I'm going to do what I would do if I was doing an embroidery thing. Just putting it up under the stitch there, twisting it around the needle a little bit and pulling it. And it kind of stuck like that, but that's all right. And I always leave a long tail. If possible, you're not going to see the back of this, so it doesn't really matter. So I got one on, and I got to do the other. Destaloo picks Todd. Okay. I wonder if he's watching and has any idea we're picking him. He usually watches at the beginning and then sends me a message saying I have good audio and video. All right, Todd. All right. Then the next thing we need is a holiday. So put a holiday in the chat. So this show today is a little bit different because I'm doing some stitching. You just got a commercial. Okay. Well, the stitching's kind of slow. And I will thread the needle the same way. There we go. And I will tie this off. And it looks like this one just has stitching in the center of the eye. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, you know what? I bet I won't get commercials on mine. I was watching on mine to see when I would get them. I bet I won't because I have premium. If you have YouTube Premium, you get no ads. And I love having premium. The noise, the thrashing, we can mess with her feet now. I got 3 of the nails clipped, but it's going to be a work in progress. Oh, and I learned something really cool. We have a local dog breeder, and we told her that Oscar will try to bite if, you know, she does his nails, so to be careful. So, not really bite viciously, but he, you know, gets angry. She had, you know, those big 44-ounce cups you get at the gas station, you know, with drinks in them, the big one. She has like the bottom cut out and the whole top. It fits over their snout, almost like a muzzle, but it's not as restrictive. So she would put that on them, she says, and she's never been bitten by any dog. So if you don't have a muzzle, that could work. Valentine's Day. Yeah, we need a holiday. So put that in the chat. All right, so there we go. I got that eye in. So we have 2 eyes. And I'm just going to secure this a little bit behind here a little bit because it's got the, it's holding the button. And then I'm going to do these stitches here, the decorative stitches. And I have this backwards. It's not going to matter. All right, so this goes, I'm not exactly sure. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably this way. I'm trying to see which way these go. 1, like this, I think. And then we're going to cross over this stitch here. Yeah, this is how it's going to go. Cross over that one. And then I can do this one. And I'm going to borrow this hole up here. And cross over this one. And this one. If I can get through the back of that hole. All right, so there we have that scar, and of course it's a mirror image because mine is backwards. We got to do his nose. All right. So, like I said, we don't have plans for Halloween. We don't usually get any trick-or-treaters here. And I'm going to do his mouth. It's usually a pretty quiet night in our neighborhood. All right. Oh, I got to remember I'm going backwards. So we have this. So I'm actually doing this part backwards. All right, we got it. And And let's see. This one. Okay. All right. I'm awfully quiet. All right. Another minute or so on the holiday. I was going to say a couple another minutes. That doesn't even make sense. Let's see. We're going to have one going here and 2 there. So let me go to here. I think this is right. Maybe it's not. We'll find out. Because I'm going backwards. It's hard for me to do things backwards. Yep, this works. I see it now. Can you imagine a little, like a 5-year-old doing this? I know the holes are pre-cut, but it's still complicated. All right. And we'll make another one up here. What is Anzac Day? You'll have to tell me what that is. I don't know. ANZAC. Is it something? I think we've talked about this before. I think we've talked about Anzac Day, but I don't remember what it is. All right, so I got his face done. That's so cute. And one thing you could do is leave it flat and put it on a card or something like that. But I think I will stitch it around and make it into what it's supposed to be. That came out really cute. I love that. What do you guys think? All right, let me take a sip of my drink. And Destilu, can you pick me one of those adjectives? No, holidays. Okay, get your tea first and then pick a holiday when you get back. Australia, New Zealand, Army Corps. Oh, okay. It's like that. I think we have mentioned that before. I think you told me about that. I just did not remember what it stood for. When is that in your, what day is that usually, Christine? Affordable zombie. Yeah, he was free. Oh, adorable. I thought you said affordable. He was, well, he cost me the amount of money the cruise cost. So maybe he wasn't free. When we first got Ivy, I couldn't brush her, and I got her to accept that much better, and I've been playing with her feet, and whatever since. Yes, it is very important, they say, to play with your dog's feet when they're little to get them used to having their feet touched. Oscar was older when we got him, so I didn't have him as a puppy. He definitely had his ways about him, though. We were talking, actually, on Matt's stream last night on Twitch about crazy dog things. All right, Desta, if you could pick one of those holidays, I'll put it in the story. And I used to have a retired greyhound. Matt also has a greyhound. That's how we got to talking about it. And his name was Roger. And he was really afraid of very small dogs or cats. And there was a house up the street from us when we lived in Florida that had a Chihuahua. I think it was like a Chihuahua, something really small. And Oscar would not walk past the house on the same side of the driveway or the sidewalk. We used to have to cross the street. Let's try this again here. We used to have to cross the street for him to walk past the house. And this dog was not outside. This dog was inside. But he was afraid of it. I may have said Oscar. I meant to say Roger. Anyway, we used to have to cross the street to go past the house that owned a Chihuahua and kept their dog indoors all the time. So he was a little crazy. All right. Yes, when you get a dog that's older, it's harder sometimes to work with them on things like that. I just have to figure out how this lines up, just like that. And I'm going to stitch. I think I'm going to start on the inside, the back side, just so I have a place for the knot. And then I will start here. Howl of the Moon Day. Okay. I will put that on. It's October 26th. Howl at the Moon Day. Oh, we didn't do that on the cruise. If I knew that, I would have howled at the moon. We did get to see the rocket, SpaceX rocket. Can you still hear me? Okay. I muted my mic with the book. All right. Howl of the Moon Day. I love this. This is going to be great. Howl of the Moon Day. Okay. Then the next thing we need is a noun. And we need, let's do 2 nouns for now. We'll need nouns again later. But we'll start with 2. But you could put more in the chat. And Desta, if you want to hang on to the nouns for longer, you may. Whatever you want to do. All right. Yeah, cats can definitely have a mind of their own with what they want or don't want. I don't know, there are a lot of cats, I'm sure, that do not like to be touched. Creighton, the bird, does not really like for us to pet him. He'll get on our finger, but he's not really a cuddly bird at all. And that's just his personality. So we just let it be. We don't try to force it. So, okay. But he does like to talk. They were saying at the vet, we asked if he learned any new words. And they said, well, he keeps saying that he's a good boy. And he does say that. He will say Crichton's a good boy. But if you pet the dog and you say, "Aw, the good boy," Crichton will say, "Aw, the good boy," stuff like that. So I don't know what one he was saying, but he will tell you he is a good boy when he wants to be. He's not always a good boy. All right. And let's see. I think I told you guys we had 19 of us on the cruise. It was amazing. So much fun. So much good music. Oh, I was going to also tell you that my nieces, Brooke and Esther, they're twins. They were in one of the shows. They, in the kids club, they practiced doing What a Wonderful World in sign language. And they got up on stage for the nighttime show, the 7 o'clock show, and they performed for us. It was quite nice. And that just happens to be my favorite song in the world. So, for me, that was a little extra special. And let's see what else. I don't know. Not much else fun happened other than just normal fun, not any story-worthy fun. All right. We do need autopsy. That is a great noun. We do need nouns in the chat. At least 2 nouns. Jonah likes you to pet him, except when he's done with you, he will get up in a huff and just leave. And then he's done. So it's on his own, he has it until he's just enough. Desta was 7 months old when your mother got her, and you'd be told she was living a semi-feral life. It was a while before she let my mom near here. Yes, now she's a cuddle bug. Animals are so funny. But I think sometimes, they realize, oh, this is nice. Nope, I'm doing this wrong. I'm having what Liam would call a stitch emergency. And I just had a stitch emergency. Oh no. Okay, I have to take this out. Every time Liam would mess up like that, he would bring it to me and be like, a stitch emergency, a stitch emergency. And I'd have to fix his. Lice, larva, mattress, mice, moose, and swine. Those are great nouns. You're cracking me up, Angela. I know what all of those mean, too. I know what all of those mean. You're not tricking me tonight, Angela. Not yet, anyway. All right, let's see if I can stitch this without messing it up. Try to get fancy and do 2 stitches at once. And then I have a stitch emergency. Liam was my nephew. He did, I think he did this one. He and I both did that one. I did one and he did one, kind of at the same time. Emma was doing this one here, but I don't think she finished it. Her dad was helping her and I was helping Liam. And every time he'd have a stitch emergency, and he'd bring it to me and I'd have to untangle it and then rethread his needle. I guess that's what ants are for, right? I want tea. Who's going to bring me tea? I need an assistant so they could bring me tea. All right. And let's see, then I have to put some stuffing in this. And then put this on and sew up the top. All right. I should have left a spot at the very top. It's your second cup. You're going to be up all night. Is it decaf? Although I can drink caffeine right up until I go to bed. And it doesn't keep me awake. All right. Put your nouns in the chat. I'll give you another minute. And then I'll have Desta pick me some nouns. Now you're on to hot. I'm just drinking, I think it's Diet Pepsi Zero. Cherry Pepsi. Diet Cherry. When we order, we order from Walmart, the delivery thing. And we order a bunch. We order some Coke and we order some Pepsi because sometimes they're out of one. So we always order. I'm going to stop this here We always order a little bit of each. I prefer Coke Zero. Cherry Coke Zero is my favorite. All right. Oh yeah, Ange, are you done with the wedding cards? And I'm just going to run the edge of this through and trim it. And then I'm almost done. Okay, now you have decaf. All right, there you go. After this, I will make a different project rather than more of this sewing, unless you want to see me do more of the sewing. Kind of more of a chit-chatty craft where I can actually sit and chit-chat with you guys. It's kind of fun, actually. All right. So your neighbor likes one, so you're stopping. Okay, good, good. Don't go too crazy. Oh, I have 2 knots now. Let me see if I can make them both into one. There we go. Alrighty. Now I think I will put the stuffing in. And this wonderful quality, high quality stuffing. I don't know how to open this. So I'll cut it open. I don't know if it would use all of this. I used all of the stuffing for the hem. Yeah, I'll use all of it. There's not very much. All right. So, Destilu, can you pick me 2 of the nouns? Is that what we're doing? Let me see. 2 nouns. And I'll put those in the story. All right, let me do this. I'm going to start down here. And work my way up because I want to put this, I want to sew this on as I'm doing it. You spent 8 hours at church today filling Operation Christmas child boxes. Wow. That is very tiring. I've been doing extra work since it's the end of the month and I was off. So for work, oh look, I have a blank spot over here. I have to stitch this again. So I'm going to have a little double stitching going on. Don't tell anybody. Swine and ham. Okay. And let's see, we're going to go with swine. And I like the pigs you picked out. All right, the next thing we need, let's do a part of the body. Part of the body. All right. This is almost done. The next thing I have is pretty fun. I think it's kind of cool and fun. I have 2 ideas. I'm going to try to stitch this. Let's see. At the next one. All right, so this one, I'm going to go into the inside. So I have my thread coming out of the hole there. And then I'm just going to take this piece and just kind of stick it in there, sort of, and just stitch around the rest. Have this come out here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that'll work. I think. Yep. And then I will go here. And here. I'm going to stitch over this one more time like that and see if that helps to hold that on. There we go. That holds, that is holding that on pretty well. And then I want to get this over and out of the way and see where I'm at with my holes. There we go. Okay. That's pretty good. Maybe. You can't see the look on my face. Put your body parts in the chat. That sounds bad. Put your body parts, take them off and put them in the chat. All right, I think this is my last stitch. Okay, there we go. We have the zombie. And I think that came out really cute. Cuter than I thought it would be. And there's the back. It's not perfect. It's a little messy, but that's okay. Buttocks is what Michelle says. I know, right, Barb? Like a 5-year-old, and like even Liam was having a hard time with it. I enjoyed it. I thought it would be kind of cool, and I asked the guy if I could take extra, and he said sure. So I took one of each, and then I got up and took another one to work on while I was there, because I wanted to bring one of each home to do on the show, but I'm not going to do all of them now. I do have an extra jump ring. I will put that in my jewelry stuff, and lots of extra twine. This one even came with extra buttons. So anyway, there we go. We have that. I thought that was really cute. And the pumpkin is the one that I made on the ship. And I just attached it back there, but it's a little floppy, but it'll hang on the tree just fine. And then the other one that we have is the bat. Get rid of some of this stuff out of the way. Uvula, Shazola. And welcome in Mama V. And I don't know if I missed anybody else. You are eating chocolate covered frozen banana chips. Holy moly. I need me some of those. I don't have a Trader Joe's though. So this is the other one, the bat, but I'm not going to waste the time or take the time to do that now. But I have an idea. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I don't want to lose these needles. Todd said he wants some of the tapestry needles. And that needle threader is really cool. So, yeah, that sounds awfully good. I have stuff stuck to everything. All right, I saw this pop up on Facebook. It was using corrugated cardboard like this, and they made a gingerbread man out of it. And I thought that would be really cool. But then as I was prepping the corrugated cardboard, and let me tell you, it takes a long time to prep this. It's harder than you would think. Then I thought, oh, that would make a good pumpkin, a good jack-o'-lantern. So I thought I would use this as a stencil. So what I did was I just took a regular piece of cardboard box that we got, you know, from Amazon or whatever, and I tore off half of the cardboard. So just like this is how it comes, you know, regular cardboard. I just took one half of it, and it doesn't matter which half, I do not think. And I just, of course, this one's going to be hard now because I'm on camera doing it. I just tore off as much of the paper like that as I could. And as you can see, it doesn't all come off. So I have this piece that has this leftover on it. And I was thinking, what am I going to do to get it off? So I have this paintbrush, the back of a paintbrush. And it fits perfectly right in the little grooves. So I'm just running it in the groove to lift the paper. And then tearing off as much as I can. And so that's what I'm doing there, to try to tear off. That's my first step, is to try to tear off as much as I can. And I don't know if you guys have a better way to do this. So that's how it starts. Let's get rid of those. Then I have an 80 grit nail file. It's pretty rough. And I just went like this and just shaved off all those pieces that were sticking on the cardboard, and it comes off really good. So I'm just kind of like running it in the groove to get those like hairy, I call them hairy pieces, off. And that does take some time. But I don't have to do the whole thing. It just depends on what ends up getting cut out. So I think I'll start with this. I'll do a jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to turn it over so I can trace on this side. And I'm going to get out a felt piece here. I'm going to use this as the back. And I want the corrugations to be up and down. And I'm going to take, do I have a pencil handy? Do I? I don't. I don't. All right, I do have an erasable pen. So this is a black pen. And I'm just going to go around and just trace this. So we have sort of a shape there, and I'll cut it out. I think we have them in Columbus, so they're like an hour away. I sometimes, when I was on contracts, traveling, I would have a Trader Joe's, and I went every chance I get. Their candy that is chocolate covered cherries. Oh, they're so good. There, so we have a pumpkin. That's not that bad. That's actually pretty good. And then I will take this and clean up the areas that are actually in my pumpkin. Kind of clean up the hairy pieces. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, I saw this online as a gingerbread man. And then I got the idea to do it as a pumpkin. I'll do a gingerbread man too, because it's not too early to start your Christmas cards. You know, I start mine in January. I haven't made Christmas cards too many lately. We've been doing Halloween cards. All right, so there we have the pumpkin. And if there's any markings on the back, I can erase them. This is an erasable pen. I don't think any of the back's going to show. But there, I erased some of those markings. Let's get some of these shavings off of the table. And then to color it, I have some orange distress ink. All right, Destaloo, can you pick me one of those body parts? And I will put it in the story. The two colors I have to choose from are spiced marmalade and carved pumpkin. I might as well use carved pumpkin. I'm going to put a piece of this down to protect my mat, and I'm just going to distress ink the lines. Actually, the top lines should be green there, but that's okay. And I'll kind of just go around the edge also. Body part, uvula. All right. I have orange now everywhere on my fingers. All right, I'm going to let that sit so it dries a little bit. I have a paper towel. Let me grab a baby wipe. Where are my baby wipes? I have a different wipe. A hand wipe. These are these little wet wipes. And it's very wet. All right, and let me put uvula in the story. Okay, the next thing we need is a plural noun. All right, so we have the pumpkin. It's very cute. I need to make a mouth and a nose and some eyes for him. I could use the mouth as a guide. Let me get some black paper. Regular black paper instead of glitter paper. I just have to find my regular black. Last time it scared me. I thought it was a spider. All right, green and purple and red and blue, light blue. I have every color but black. Well, if you were black paper, where would you be? Maybe I'll have to use black glitter paper. Where is my black? Let me make sure it didn't fall down. All right, I'm going to have to use black glitter paper because I can't find my regular black. So I'm going to just trace this on the back, since the back is white. All right, just kind of get an idea. Oops, that's not very good tracing. All right, so I have that traced, and I will cut it out. He's going to have a glittery mouth. I'll do the rest of his stuff in black glitter paper as well. I don't know where my regular black folder is. And cut that like that. All right, there we go. So we have the bottom of the smile, very cute. I think I want to cut this a little bit differently. Give that more of a squarish tooth look. Making his tooth just right. There we go. That's better. All right, and then for the nose, they have just a triangle. That's easy to do. Let's see. Well, can I make it out of this? I sure can. I'm just going to trace it on. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I just held up this little triangle and cut it out, or traced it, and now I'm going to cut it out. There. And put that with that. Now for the eyes, let me see if I have 2 black buttons. There's that. I have 2 buttons that I think will work, that match. There we go. Todd had my buttons in his office. I had to go take them back. I said, I need my buttons for the show. Googly eyes. Oh, googly eyes. Hold on, let me do googly eyes. Let's see. Do we like the googly eyes better? This size. Because these will be too big. Do you like the googly eyes or the buttons? Will it fit in a button? No, I don't want to use both anyway. These are the big ones I think are too big. I don't know. Let me know. Do you want the big googly eyes, the little googly eyes, or the buttons? You guys tell me what you want on this. I'm laughing at the big googly eyes. Meanwhile, let me cut a green piece for the stem. Do I have green paper? Green paper. I was going to sing Green Acres. Googly eyes. Which ones, though? The big ones or the little ones? Tell me which one. Are the big ones too big? The little ones are too little. I need like a medium-sized one. I don't have any other sizes. All right. The little. Yeah, I think the big ones are too big. We'll go with the little ones. Now they seem so small. I think they match better, though. I think the big ones are too big. Oh, now Michelle says big. All right, we have two littles and a big. Two littles and two bigs. Oh, Michelle's corrected her. Big. What if I did this behind the googly eye? That's too big. Yeah, that's too big. Oops. I thought that would be fun. You just got an ad, Angela. Okay. Commercial time. I don't know. Can you hear me at all during the commercial? Just come up and tell me when the commercial's done. I'll kind of be good here. They should be skippable. See if you can skip them if you want. All right. While the ad's going, I'm going to glue this on. You can't skip them. Okay, it's over. Thank you, Michelle. You haven't missed anything. I'm just putting the glue on here. I'm using fabric tack because it holds pretty good. I'll put this down. Put a little bit under his nose. And we'll use the small googly eyes. And then I wonder what to do for the green. Oh, you couldn't hear me. Okay, but you can after 5 seconds. Okay, thank you guys. I wasn't sure how they worked. I have the Google Premium, so I don't get them. So I have no idea. All right, I have an idea. I have some rickrack. And you know how they have usually like little squiggly bits. Also, Destaloo, if you could pick me one of those nouns plural nouns, that would be awesome. All right, let me get a little piece of green paper. Let's see if I have a little green, dark green scrap in here. I have that green. I have that green. Oh, this is darker on that side. All right. I have darker, better green. That's a better green. Okay, that will work. And I am going to, do I like the way that other one looks? Not really. The noun is chickens. Okay. Or the plural noun is chickens. Okay, the next word we need is a school subject. School subject. So put that in the chat. I'm just cutting out this piece. Oh, I should have done it the opposite way. I need to trim all that black off. All right, so that will be the little stem. And I will put some green pieces of this. Kind of underneath there. I need to start storing my fabric tack upside down, like I do my tacky glue. Let's put another piece on the other side. Oh, come on, fabric tack. Don't fail me now. All right, let's see how that looks with just those two. I'll put another little piece, kind of sticking up like there. And then I think that's pretty good. I'll just do the 3. It kind of looks like hair, like he's got green hair. I didn't intend for it to really look like hair. There. So we have that. All right. So the next word that we need is a school subject. So put your school subject. We need just one, so you could put your most favorite and the one you hated the most, or any other one that you think might be good. That actually came out kind of cute. calculus and algebra. I loved algebra. I did not like math above that as much because I did not have good teachers for it. All right, and then what inspired me to use the corrugated cardboard was I saw a Facebook, you know, where they have the little Facebook things come up to try to get you to go to the new Facebook group. It showed somebody had made a gingerbread man out of corrugated cardboard. So I did go online and found a pattern and find a pattern for a gingerbread man because I don't have a die cut for it, but I did find this little guy. I wanted a basic pattern, and this is from Simple Mom Project, and that was on Pinterest. Hello, Shay. Welcome to the chat. We're looking for the Mad Lib, we're looking for a school subject. And I just need one, but you could put more than one in the chat. And we're making corrugated cardboard crafts. So I have some corrugated cardboard pieces. That little scrap's going to be too small. But I have this one here, and I bet I could get a couple on here. Let me rough cut him out. The commercials are very short in Canada, and you can hear me while it's on, you think. Okay. Just if you guys let me know when a commercial starts and when it stops, and I won't say anything important during it. Shorthand and typing. I remember having to learn shorthand, and it's this like little squiggly things that really mean nothing to us, right? I'm going to let me use a piece of tape. Rather than trace this guy, use some painter's tape. On the back, just gonna fold it like that and put it on the back of him. And I just cut out one. You could do a her, or really anything that would look neat on this corrugated cardboard. I'm just gonna cut this out so it's smaller. And I'll just cut around. I wonder if these smaller scissors, what about my cutter bees? My fussy cutting scissors. It's hard to do it because it gets caught on the back. I think the bigger scissors are better. They get caught less. I found they were getting caught on the hills and valleys. I enjoyed my typing class. We did, like I said, we did have to learn shorthand. Never used it in my life. It wasn't very much of the class. I think we just learned some of the basics, like this is what it is. And if you ever want to do it, you can learn more, kind of like a little introduction to it in our business class. I think that was in 8th grade. I bet they don't even use shorthand anymore. Let me know. Do they use it at all anymore? Probably not. With the age of computers and, all the technology we have, we probably don't even need it. I know the court reporters still use those little machines. Your mom sent you to a different high school than your brothers because they wanted you to learn shorthand. I've never used it and since left school. That's funny. So you went to a school just to learn shorthand and you never used it. Angela says that her mom had speed writing and maybe your sister a few years ahead of you. It was shorthand when I took it. I think they were slightly different. I've heard of speed writing. I know we had to do touch typing is what they called it, where you don't look at the keys, of course. And they were on those big IBM Selectric typewriters. Do any of you remember those? Of course, my age is showing now. The like industrial strength typewriter. And you couldn't really make a mistake because it didn't have a correction key. You had to use whiteout. All right, I got him cut out. Had typing, old manual typewriters, yeah. And the remember the books you used to get, the typing books for the class? They would stand up and the back of the book would make like an easel. Do you guys remember that? All right, I'm taking this off the back. So there we go. There is the cute little gingerbread man. So cute. I'll put him down there so you can see him on the black. Came out quite cute. I'm going to go ahead and cut another one out while I have it here. All right. Carla, you do speed writing. Do you do it for work or just normally, like when you're taking notes for stuff? Destilou says she had typing class in the first secretary job. Yes, I had a job that used manual typewriters too. I got a job they have a summer youth program, and I got a summer job at the county traffic operations, and we had the same old Selectric typewriter. No vowels, don't dot the I's or cross the T. Interesting. You could tell what most words are probably without vowels. All right, don't forget to put your school subject in the chat for the Mad Lib, and then I'll have Desta pick one. This is fun talking about this stuff. My favorite part of typing was at Christmas. The teacher had decorations that we typed out that made Christmas pictures. That's really cool. That is really neat. When I was really little, my best friend's mom was a typist. I think she worked for a lawyer and she did at-home transcription. And this was back in the day where they used carbon paper. And she used to give us her used up carbon paper to play with. And oh man, we loved it. I had a little typewriter, an old manual typewriter at home. And then I remember getting my first electric one, but I used carbon paper a lot that she had given me. Because you can use it several times, but at work she couldn't. It had to be new. So she always gave me her old carbon paper, or me and her daughter. She used to give us both carbon paper. And we would play Office. It was a lot of fun. Isn't it funny when you are kids and you play these games, like you play school and you're a teacher, or you play whatever. You play store, or you whatever. Now as an adult, we don't want to work at these jobs that we used to pretend we had when we were little. It makes me laugh. All right, I'm going to use this as a background. And then, Destilu, can you pick me one of the school subjects? And I will put that in the story. For these, I thought I would use this old paper distress ink just to kind of bring out some of the brown lines, but not too much. The thing I saw on Facebook had the lines as white, and I didn't like that. I thought they would look better as brown. Let's see if I can go around the edge a little bit. So we have the gingerbread man. Okay, Angela. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. I always found it hard to use my pinkies on the old manual typewriters. I was happy to get an electric typewriter when I was little, actually. I'm trying to remember how old I was when I got one. 10 or 11. My drink is almost empty. All right, so I have these two little guys. And I got this out. School subject algebra. Love math. I dropped my buttons on the floor. Good thing the lid was on. I love math too. Algebra. Okay. And then while we're on the subject of schools, I need the name of a school. And we'll have it say something like such and such elementary or, such and such college. I think it would need that at the end. All right. I didn't drop my buttons. I dropped the googly eyes. So let's see. We need some buttons for these guys. We need eyeballs. I need small black buttons, and then also maybe 3 buttons to go down the shirt, if I can find some matching ones. Here's 2 red ones. They don't match though. Hold on. Little red ones. All right, tune in tomorrow when we finally find some matchy buttons. Let's pour them all out. Here's another little black one. They're too big. You went to the elementary school with the weirdest name. All right, put it in. Put it in the chat. Let's put some of these big buttons away. Let's see. Oh, look, there's a little purple button. Little tiny buttons. Let's see, I got some green. This little tiny green. A little tiny black. I might have to use googly eyes. The buttons might be too big. All right, I have those. They kind of blend in though. Maybe red would be better. If I can find 2 matching red ones, little red ones. I have all these little red ones, but none of them match. Aha, 2 red ones that match. I think we'll just go with 2. So then I need another color for the other guy. I don't think those are bright enough. How about these green ones? These bright greens would be good. The @ symbol in speed writing, an @ is just a little A with a long leg, like a T without the down leg and cross. Interesting. All right, those are too big for eyes. Oh, what am I going to do for eyes? I need really tiny eyeballs. These little purple. He could have purple eyes. They're not the same color. All right. I have a lot of these little black ones, but I think they're too small. I have more buttons somewhere. I mean, I think these are too big. See how big they look? I don't know that I even like the buttons for the eyes. Okay, an ad's coming. I have small googly eyes. All right. All right, let me put all these buttons away. Put your names of school in the chat. And then I will put... So one will have green buttons, one will have red buttons, and I will put googly eyes. Barrett Manual Training High School. All right. Could you color the buttons with the marker? I probably could. Like these little tiny ones. But still, I don't think the tiny ones... I don't know. I don't know that I even like the buttons. I'm not a fan. I think we're going to have to go with googly eyes. You picked your head from crafting and all you see is buttons everywhere. Yes, Michelle, I have buttons everywhere. 1,000,000 buttons. 1,000,001 buttons. I'm going to put the lid on this because I just know it's going to go down. All right, let's go to these, the googly eyes. All right, these are the smallest googly eyes I have, but at least they look like eyeballs. That's what it would look like. I think I'll do googly eyes because I have them. Now, these little purple buttons are smaller, but I don't think I like them. Let's do googly eyes. You didn't expect to... No, I dumped them all out. Every single button. Yes, Crichton is making noise. He likes the sound ASMR. There we go. It needs a mouth. I know. I got to figure out what to do for a mouth. All right. So we have eyes. Maybe a mouth would make it better. Let's see. What do I have that could make a mouth? I didn't plan any of this out ahead of time. I'm looking in my bin of things. I don't have any narrow red ribbon. I have rickrack. I thought I would do red on one and green on the other, since they're Christmassy. I'll do green with him and red with him. And I need a mouth. He needs a mouth. I guess I'll cut it out of red paper. Let's see what I can do. Twine. I don't have any solid twine. The twines I have are all like baker's twine. Let's see. Can I do this? Can I freehand a mouth? I don't know. We're going to find out. Glue a piece of embroidery floss. If I had red embroidery floss, I would. That might be too big. So we have that little smile. So maybe I can freehand a mouth. What do you think? That's actually kind of cute. Let me know what you think about that. And I will cut another one. Meanwhile, while we wait for you to tell me if this is good. Not too big. This one is smaller. It's kind of a crooked, well, I just kind of really made that smile crooked. Hang on, maybe I can make a small mouth out of it. There, this guy has a smaller mouth. So that guy has a smaller mouth. Maybe I'll make a little bigger mouth, because that might be a little too small. Because I cut the corner by mistake. Oh. Oh, I could use a small hole punch. I don't have one handy. I, of course, did not think about making a mouth. That's too big. All right, let me start a new mouth. Start there and then cut a second round piece. All right, that one's good. Come here, come here. Don't go away. He has a smirky mouth. Yeah. The other guy has a very big mouth. I can't get this little guy. This one here has a little mouth. Maybe that's too little. All right. Let me try one more mouth cut out. All right. Destaloo, could you pick out a school? And I will put it in the story. All right, this one's going to be perfect. There we go. That is the perfect mouth. Okay. the school is Pencaro Primary. Okay. Pencaro. All right, and then the last thing we need is a noun, and we need 2 nouns. So put some nouns in the chat, and I'll put them in the story. I'm going to use some of this again. You have a twitchy eye. Drink a lot of water. Sometimes they say that could be from dehydration. Okay, primary, right. A lot of countries do use the term primary school for elementary school. So we have that little guy with the smile. Let's do this one. Okay. Eyeball. Eyeball. And maybe this smile. It's kind of a smaller mouth smile. The other one was humongous. Let me move his smile down a little bit there. Alrighty, and then I will put on some buttons. Let's see, we'll put a button there. And a button there. And I'll put the 2 green buttons on this fella. I call him fella. I'm going to call both of these boys. I don't think it matters though. And we'll put some trim on them. I'll put green on the green and red on the red. So we need 2 nouns in the chat if you guys want to put them in there for the last word for our story. So this craft would be great to do with the kiddos, and it would use up some of your cardboard. These could be gift tags. They could be put on a card. They could be Christmas ornaments. What else could you do with these little guys? You know, gift toppers, place card holders. Oh, I got a big whiff of this glue. Ugh, yuck. It's not very good smelling. Toilet and bathtub. I'm going to let this dry a little bit and I'll come back and trim the edges. And we'll do this red one. Couple more minutes for those nouns. Put them in the chat, and then I will have Carla pick one. pick 2. I got this rickrack, all of this assorted rickrack from, I think it was Oriental Trading, in a big package for not a lot of money, really. It was a good deal. But all of these colors, I used them a lot in making Easter eggs and things like that. Easter egg crafts, I should say. This Fabri-Tac is making a mess. It is clear and it dries clear, so it'll be fine. A gingerbread garland. Right, you can make a bunch of them and make a garland. If you have kiddos, grandkids, or whatever, they can all decorate them, and then you can put them together on a garland. Great idea. I'm trying to get all the extra glue off of my hands. Okay. I'm just trimming off all of the excess pieces around the edges. I guess you could wrap it around the back. You could use scraps of trim and different things to decorate them with. You could use bling. All kinds of stuff to decorate them with. You could also use paper bags from the store instead of corrugated cardboard, but I like the way the corrugated cardboard looks. It gives it just a different neat dimension. If you have a paper crimper, you can run your paper through the paper crimper. All right, and Destaloo, can you pick me 2 of those nouns and I'll put them in the story? So we have those. I thought it was a cute craft when I saw it. And Todd happened to walk in the room and I showed him and he's like, oh yeah, you got to do those. And then today I was taking out the crafts from the cruise and I thought, oh, I can make a jack-o'-lantern. Or cut another and glue it. Right. If you can cut them out exact, you could have them like that and then just put a tie between them and hang them on your Christmas tree. These are dimensional enough. They would go on a Christmas tree. They're not super thick. Now the googly eyes on top of that may get a little bit thick for mailing, but they would go on a card depending on what size you do. Let me grab a card base to show you. It would be, you know, that size on a card. It would be so cute. You can hang them on a gift and on the back write to and from as your gift tag. I might use these on the Christmas tree. I think they would be cute. Either that or on a card. All right, and let's see. The word we have is toilet and autopsy from earlier. Okay, excellent. Good words. Put my scissors away. All right, toilet. Oh my goodness, I love it. An autopsy. Okay, let me get the rest of the crafts out. We didn't do a lot today, and I made 0 cards. So we have the pumpkin, which also came out quite cute, and I used googly eyes on 3 things. Love it. And then, of course, we have the this guy. Let me get the other one I made earlier. This one here is the one I made on the cruise, and I used him as a pattern for that guy. And I did not make the bat, so this took me a long time to stitch up, so that's why not a lot got done on the show, but we did make some cute little ornaments, little different show tonight. So we have this guy. This would also go good on a card. Let me see. Let me get my card base out just to give you an idea. See, that would fit on a card base. These would be great on a card. So there we go. One way to recycle some corrugated cardboard. And there's other shapes that you could do, other things that you could do, but I thought it would look good. I thought they were real cute. And then, of course, I thought it would look good as a pumpkin because I had that already. And the original little guy I got was this guy, and I said the name earlier. I don't remember. Mama something. I just looked on, I did a Google image search for gingerbread man and picked one that looked easy to cut out. And then those little swirls there made me think of the rickrack. So I got my rickrack out. All right, let me get a sip of my drink and I will read the story. All right. So we have today a scene from a horror picture. I thought I would do that for Halloween. And this is to be read aloud by a male and a female, but we only have a female, so we'll go with that. Girl, oh Todd, why do we have to come to this saucy old castle? Boy, all the hotels were closed because of Howl of the Moon Day. Girl, just look at that sign. It says the Howard Dracula Holiday Swine. Boy, here comes the bellboy for our chickens. Girl, my, he is bent over and has a big ham riding on his uvula. Well, he probably just needs to swallow that ham. It's stuck in his throat. All right. Boy, I think he is my old algebra teacher from Pencaro Primary School. Girl, watch out. He's throwing a toilet over your head. I love it. Boy, no, he's just being brisk. Girl, now he's dragging you toward a bottomless autopsy. So is that where they just cut the bottom of your body off and then go from there? Boy, I was right. It is my old teacher. Help. Okay, I love the throwing a toilet over your head. And his ham was riding on his uvula. If you don't know, your uvula is that when you look in the mirror, you got that little piece that dangles down in the back of your throat. That's your uvula. And the Howard Dracula Holiday Swine. And Howl of the Moon Day was October 26th. And so you don't have to worry about your hotels being closed that day. It has already passed. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the Mad Lib. You guys did great picking the different things. So much fun. I enjoyed making these little guys. Little different show than usual, but we did have a little bit of Halloween crafting. I like the way he came out. I think it's cute. The smile makes me laugh because it's, I don't know, the toothless smile. And then the googly eyes are hilarious. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate each and every one of you as always. And then I will be back next Monday, same time, probably doing Christmas cards, maybe Veterans Day cards, maybe Thanksgiving cards. Who knows? Whatever comes up. I don't know. I never know what I'm doing until I'm sitting in this chair and I'm like, oh, what do I have within arm's reach? So we figure it out. All right. I'm waiting to see what Shay writes in here. Got a collegial commercial. Oh, all right. Well, I'll wait a second for the commercial as I say goodbye. Tell me when it's over. Silly commercials. And we don't have control over that anymore. There might be a setting where I could put them in and it makes me do them every so many minutes. I don't know. Oh, it looks like my screen paused while I was having the commercial. Okay. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me. I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please click on that subscription button. It's free and easy and I would love it. It does help my channel. And then also give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and come back at the end of the video and leave a comment below. Or if you're watching the replay, leave a comment below as well. I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.